Forget a slippery slope, it's a precipice that you face. And the president set the precedent, evident by your faith. For that cream, living in that fairy tale American dream. Kill it when you walking with a gangster lean. Even though you know they go they all, it seems. What you mean, what you doing for that cream? Living in that fairy tale American dream. Kill it when you walking with that gangster lean. We in between those kings and queens in the city of schemes.
In the city they scheme.
I can still remember Kwame, only thing that he taught me. City government's busted, causing a kamikaze. Crime waves like tsunamis, they say they serving that white. Chopping bricks like karate. What? What's the prices for your vices? The sacrifices that you lie with every night. And soldier sold to that rock, you Jimi Hendrix when your life ends. If you ask me, man, I couldn't do it. Unity and community barely move as a unit unless you talking in decimals. Everybody will tune in. I never moved to that music, you never see me approve it. So sorry if I'm not to that standard. I'm goody two shoes. Pay expenses at someone's expense. Some families fiends, so how are they making they rent? Placing a bet for the rush of some luck, but it was something more like Russian roulette, and it got me upset. Living in that fairy tale American dream. Kill it when you walking with that gangster lean. Even though you know they go they all, it seems. What you mean, what you doing for that cream? Living in that fairy tale American dream. Kill it when you walking with that gangster lean. We in between those kings and queens in the city of schemes.
In the city they scheme.
Hey, what's up, everybody? This is the El Niño podcast. I'm Eladio Niño, and this is Real Everyday People. So I want to thank everybody who's tuning in right now, everybody who's been sharing, subscribing, everybody who's been supporting. Thank you very much. I appreciate you. That's what I need from all of you, family, friends, loved ones, my community, society in general, because I'm trying to level up in this, man. So I need all your guys' love and support, man. I definitely appreciate it. But, man, so I had Friday off. I had today off. So I had a long weekend. I just pretty much moved at my own pace. You know what I mean? I didn't have any real obligations, and it really felt good, man, because, you know, so many of us talk and hear so much about men's health and mental health and all that, and it's like we're so busy we just be dismissive of it, you know, until it actually hits you, you know. And I've been just like really in the funk for the past 2-3 weeks just because life gets overwhelming, you know what I'm saying? It consumes you. And I was always taught to take care of people, never taught how to take care of myself, so I didn't know how to replenish, you know what I'm saying? So this is something that I've been working on through the DHDC, and, you know, they've been really, you know, helping me, guiding me. They also provide the inception services there. Shout out to my man Dave. He'll be on here in a couple of weeks, but, you know, much love to you, you know, because you helping me get through all this stuff. But, you know, definitely take care of yourself because life is demanding. It's overwhelming, and the work is always going to be there. The need, the help, the want is always going to be there, you know. So take care of yourself because your plate always going to be full of responsibility. But let's talk about Southwest Fest 2, August 27th at the Senate Theater. We got a lot of people going there, a lot of people from our community who are going to be representing in one form or another. They're going to be performing. Like, I'm excited about it. I can't wait to be there. And, you know, so I'm just putting it out there so you guys don't miss out either. But enough about me and everything else I got going on, man. Let's get to this guy over here, man. This is my man, TommyPapi, man. What's up with you,
man,
boy?
I'm doing good, man. How you doing today?
Man, I'm good. Man. I'm good. Yeah. How about
really
yourself, man?
I'm really happy to be here, man. It's such a great opportunity. I just see El Nino everywhere, and it's just like finally being here. It's surreal, for real. It's really surreal.
I know, bro, because we literally been talking about getting you on here for at least a year.
Yeah.
At least a year. I used to see you at the DHDC all the time. And I used to see you in the tech center, and I'm like, okay, bro, we're gonna make it happen.
Right. We finally got to it, man. That's what's important. I'm really happy to it.
And a lot's happened in this past year. A lot of things happened, so now you have more to share, more to talk about.
Definitely.
So let the people know who you are, where you're from, what you got going on, the good, the bad, the ugly. You know how we do it.
All right. Well, as you know, my name's TommyPapi. I was born here in Detroit, but after a while, my parents decided to go move up north, and we went up to Pontiac, went to school in Pontiac, and just kind of like figuring stuff out over there. And then unfortunately had a divorce happen, and then moved back over down to Detroit and kind of just putting my roots back in, kind of just reconnecting, trying to get back with the people, and just keep moving at a pace where it's uplifting the community and also just like connecting and making the friends that I want to make. You know what I mean?
What part of the neighborhood did you grow up in?
So I was on West Grand Boulevard, so like West Grand Boulevard and Linwood. So my dad had an office there, and we was always there like every day. Even when we were in Pontiac, I would just like we just drive up there. But I would just stay in the office though. You know, I wasn't really around until like maybe we moved when I was like, I think it was like 5 or something like that. And then like back then I was moving around all the time, but then I was just staying in the office.
Hey man, shout out to all my boys from Pontiac, man. They got some good solid dudes out there. Love y'all boys, man. Melvin De Jesus and his brother just got out. They just came up under a life sentence.
Oh, I didn't hear about that.
Saying? Yeah, they both got out, man. They both had life sentences. DNA came back, proved them, that they were innocent.
Man.
Both their brothers
For real.
So applaud them, man. Much love to them. My man Thone, Rio, all the good ones, man. Jorge, all the good solid brothers out there. Much love to y'all, man.
System doesn't do people right, honestly. They have to see. Yeah. It's supposed to be innocent till proven guilty, you know what I mean? But it doesn't happen that way all the time.
Yeah, but I'll tell you what, there's more changes happening now more than ever. You know what I'm saying?
Definitely.
We've been fighting for to abolish life sentencing for juveniles. They're giving kids who are 14, 15, 16-year-old life bids, you know what I'm saying? Like, I think, after a certain amount of time, in order for them to be rehabilitated, they need a second chance to be out here and be able to grow, in a healthy environment. Because, you take a child out of a residential jungle and put him in a concrete jungle and you think he's supposed to be rehabilitated. You know what I'm saying? But, shout out to everybody who's getting a second chance at life, man. Make it count, because I'm making mine count for sure.
And those places don't really, that's not a rehabilitatory, you know what I'm trying to say, place, you know what I mean? Yeah. But like it's you see the concrete walls and bars, man. Sure, they have the sentences to they have the services there, but it's not a place to heal there, you know what I mean?
Yeah, bro, it's a very cold environment.
Yeah.
Everything is made out of steel, concrete, barbed wire, fences, walls, bricks, and
they say it's a safe
everything's
space.
cold. It's there to suppress your mind, suppress your spirit. You know what I'm saying? And
it's a money game too. They're trying to keep the people going in and out. You know what I mean?
Yeah, it's a warehouse is what it is. It's a warehouse, bro. And for the life of me, I've been trying to figure out how they actually make money off of it. You know what I mean? Because they complain about how it costs so much money to house us. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, okay. I see what you're saying.
So if it costs money,
okay.
how are they making money?
Yeah, you know what I mean?
But
yeah.
that's, private investors and, people who are invested in the business itself.
Yeah, it's hard to find.
Because they get paid a certain amount of money to house us, and then they give you crumbs and pennies off that, and then they keep the meat. Feed you the bone and keep the meat.
You know what I mean?
So, you really dehumanize. And it was crazy because a lot of times, I was the chairman of the Warden Forum, and I was on many different committees, you know what I'm saying? And one of the committees I was on was food service. And, so I was always making sure that the quality of the food being served to the population was, of good standard,
Definitely.
But the packages that came in of meat and shit, it would clearly say animal feed, not for human consumption. You know what I'm saying?
You're fucking kidding.
No, yeah. I mean, I had kitchen workers that used to bring me back the labels off the boxes. You know what I mean?
You wouldn't think that'd be allowed.
And
you know what I mean?
You would think it'd be against the law. The box clearly says not for human consumption, and you're still feeding it to us. So I don't know. They get away with things. I don't know if it's right or wrong. I know if it was me, they'd be locking me up forever.
Right.
You know what I mean? But, it is what it is. But, we got a lot of boots on the ground, a lot of brothers who are coming home, who are experiencing experienced, more knowledgeable. A lot of us, like myself, who are righting our wrongs, we out here fighting, man. We trying to get all our brothers and sisters home, man.
Absolutely.
You know what I'm saying? You know, especially, you know, those who have, you know, got a new mind state and are willing to come pour into their people, man.
Definitely. It's important. I mean, like you were saying earlier, mental health, like, especially, I don't want to single out males. It's for both genders, but like for males, I think it's society norm. You know, you got to suppress it, do the thing, work, and it's one of the reasons why I'm like very interested in psychology and stuff. It's like it's finally becoming a norm. You know what I mean? People back, I don't know, maybe 5-10 years ago, people would like look at you funny. You know what I mean? If you did that. Now, no, it's like, thank you for doing that. You know, you're working on yourself, and I've been wanting to, but I still have that mindset. You know what I mean? I still
Yeah, because today's society is very demanding, bro. Like a job consumes so much of your time. Like you know, I was just telling my wife, like, man, I work 2 jobs. You know what I'm saying? I hustle my ass off. I do side work. I do anything and everything that I can, and I'm still breaking even.
Man,
you know what I'm saying?
right.
Like, I'm making enough money to pay all my bills, but there's like nothing left over afterwards, bro. And it's like, you know, I don't want to be a reproduced robot, you know,
right.
because that's, you know, everybody here is replaceable, bro. You
Definitely.
know what I mean?
Yeah.
And they just suck the life out of you.
Companies
man.
don't
Before
care.
you know it, you've been working 20, 30 years, and you know, you ain't got shit invested in your family. You know what I'm saying? And that's
Definitely.
why, you know, I feel like a lot of the youth are the way that they are today because they don't really have no firsthand guidance because their parents are busting their ass every day to make a living and give them a better lifestyle. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But you sacrifice the privilege of raising your own kids, being with your families. You know, the intimacy between husband and wife. You know, your children. Like, you know, our country lacks that. You know, and it's
Definitely.
because we've all become robots. We're just trained to be productive and work more hours, make more money, try to keep up. You know what I mean?
And the kids don't know that when they're growing up. They're just like, why is my mother, why's my father not doing that? But they don't know the hardships yet until they get to that point. And you know, it's sad because, you know, I was like that with my dad, and then it took a moment, and it was like, wow, I got into the real world. I'm like, this is why. And I think it really helps, like, when you get to understand to kind of rekindle relationships. You know what I mean? But like,
yeah, no doubt about it, man. But you know, like I said, what started the conversation was, you know, taking care of yourself, mental health.
yeah,
bro,
definitely.
You know what I mean? Because, like I said, life is demanding and it will consume you.
Yeah,
And
no.
whatever you got left is gonna suck the life out of you, man. So you got to be able to replenish, man. And you know, because man, that shit'll break you down, bro. That'll break you down, and if you break down, then everything comes to a halt.
Right,
You know
man.
what I mean? But, you know, I did a lot of praying. I got a lot of people praying for me.
Man, that's really
And,
nice to hear. I'm really happy to hear that for you.
Yeah, my man. I'm really happy to have you here, bro. You know what I'm
Thank you.
saying? Because in the time that I've known you, I've been watching you grow and mature in your own way. You know what I mean? Tell us a little bit about your mother and father. What is it that they taught you that you apply to your life today?
Well, it's. I think, like with any parent, there's 2 different sides. You know, my mom really showed me the empathetic, like, compassion, trying to uplift others in the sense of, like, trying to, you know, if someone does you wrong, treat them with love. You know, like, I appreciate you, do what you got to do. I'm sorry that you feel that way, whatever. Or if you see someone getting knocked down, try and lift them up. Be like, hey, it's all right. Or just trying to be generally nice to people. But on my father's side, it's also like, you know, don't take no shit. You know, just kind of go make your money, keep your business going, and don't even fucking worry about what other people got to say. So it's kind of like a conflict I have when it's like, you know, these people say like the phrase like, what's it called? Like, don't think my kindness is a weakness, something like that. I probably said that phrase completely wrong.
Yeah,
But like,
no, you said it right.
Oh,
You know,
yeah,
people don't take my kindness for weakness.
yeah, definitely. And it's like, when it comes to things like that, it's different in the industry of music. You know what I mean? It's like, how much am I going to give myself to this industry, and how much am I going to be able to kind of like hold off and like keep to myself? You know what I mean? But like when it comes to my mom kind of really inspired me to try and push towards like building these like community service events and like I don't want to call it nonprofit because it's not an organization, but like, you know, just trying to do that sort of work to kind of uplift the community in a way.
Community servant.
Yeah,
that's
that's the best way to say it.
Yeah, we are community servants, bro. When we meet the needs and the wants and the, you know, the necessities of our community and the people in our community,
Definitely.
we become servants, bro. You know.
and I think that it pushes us to the brinks of like people really need this. You're like, oh, I'll just maybe there's some people who like maybe dip in the world, they don't really see it, but when you get into it, you see that there's so much going on. Like what you were saying about the food, I never knew that. Like that's incredible to me. That just blew my mind. And seeing that, and that means that putting the work in as community servants, that's gonna make the change. You know what I mean? No one wants to sit there and make the change until like maybe it affects them, but like seeing that it can prevent it from happening to you, but it can also change the lives of people around you that you know. You know what I mean?
Yeah, absolutely, man. You know, being in prison, bro, it's like you out of sight, out of mind.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And it's a lot of people that feel like we deserve to eat horse shit. You know what I'm saying?
No.
You know, they feel like, you know, we should be punished. We should suffer, you know? And, you know, everybody has their opinion on things. You know, I'm like Tupac, baby. Only God can judge me. You know
Hey,
what
that's a
I'm
good
saying?
way to go about
so
life.
however it goes, that's what it was supposed to be.
Yeah.
I've suffered a lot in my whole life since childhood. I've done a lot of suffering.
I'm sorry
but
to hear that.
at my age, I'm doing a lot of healing now. You know what I'm saying? So, you know.
That's the work. You know what I mean? That it's a
Absolutely.
journey.
Definitely, bro. But it's people who never reach that point.
Yeah.
Either they don't live long enough to realize it, or they're just, you know,
Stuck in
people
their
just
ways.
never elevate or grow out of that, you know, that circumstance, that mental, what do I call it? A mentally impoverished mentality. You know what I'm saying? And you know, when you think with an impoverished mind state, everything around you is broken. Everything is suffering. Everything is struggle. Everything is pain. You know what I'm saying?
And you feel like you deserve it, which you don't. No one ever deserves that, because it's like, why? You know, you've been like, if you feel that pain, it's gonna keep getting knocked into you, and you're like, well, if this happens every day, this is what should happen, but it's not supposed to happen like that. That's part of the healing journey. You know what I mean?
Yeah, no doubt about it, bro.
But yeah. Also on my dad's side, it's like he comes from a line of like he went to Howard, and like he was what's it called? My grandfather was part of like some Omegas or Alpha stuff. I don't know nothing about that, but like
He was part of a sorority.
fraternity.
Fraternity, I mean, God, that shows you how much I know. Sororities, the girls, right?
Yeah. But like that was the shit
That's
that
funny.
it was like the black fraternities there that really like started pushing him towards the way of like realizing what is being like a man and being a gentleman and stuff. And he's kind of tried to instill that shit to me, which is still something that I work on, because, you know, I feel like sometimes in life when I love, and sometimes I give too much of my love, and then when it doesn't work out, or it just kind of breaks in a really terrible way, it just strews my mentality of how it really should be. You know what I mean? It just makes me think that it's always going to be like, yeah, just like it's always going to be like this, and I deserve to be like this, when it's not like that. You know what I mean? We all just gotta reset and kind of sit and take that pain and just work through it. You know what I mean?
Listen, brother, there's nobody in life who get fucked over more than good people, bro. People with good hearts, people that love to love and be loved, and got so much love to give.
Yeah.
It's a lot of people out there, they gonna use it up until you can't even love no more.
And I feel like most people start out that way until the one bad, I don't want to call it a person, an event, whatever the case may be, and it just starts slowly going that way. No, bro, it's good to love like with your whole heart. It's good to put your chest out, in my opinion. You know what I mean? It shows your character, it shows who you are. You know what I mean? It's real, man. I love that shit.
Yeah, but that's why it's important to find people who are like you. You know what I'm saying?
Definitely.
That way you guys can build together. But it's those that don't know better, you know what I'm saying, that need it the most.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So you just got to give in moderation, bro. You know what I mean? Like, imagine going to prison with a good ass heart.
Man.
I'm pretty much going into an environment of straight poverty, bro, because you know, everybody in there is poor. They're relying on their family. The jobs in there don't pay you shit. You know what I'm saying? You might make $35 a month cleaning toilets and bathrooms and shit. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, when you go in there with a good heart, you know, and you try to break bread with everybody, and it reached a point where these motherfuckers didn't even say thank you anymore. And I'm like, what the fuck? Hell no, I ain't nobody's good thing.
Right.
So I had to start shutting shit down. I had to start learning how to say no, because if not, they gonna fucking take you for everything you getting. I was just breaking bread, looking out, you know what I'm saying? But you know, people just don't appreciate that shit. And I honestly, bro, like I had resented myself for a long time for that, because I'm like, why do I feel so bad about doing something good? You know what I'm saying? I'm trying to help people and I feel like shit.
It makes you question
You know?
everything. Like what?
So I fucking was just resentful towards myself. Like, why? You know what I mean? I hated my own heart, bro, you know?
Man,
but I started to pray. I started to, you know, just look inside of myself, you know, and so I can live with myself, bro.
Definitely.
You know, because that's hard, bro, to feel like you a good person and your intentions are good and everybody just taking advantage of that. You know what I mean? Everybody's benefiting from it but you know, and then what you pour into people are not even willing to pour back. Yeah. So, you know, I always look to God to replenish me, because you know, expecting people, you know, to contribute, bro, is not always, you know, gonna happen like that. But I'll tell you what, I keep myself surrounded around a lot of good people now.
Definitely.
And that definitely changes, you know, changes things.
Yeah, no, I was stuck around the wrong crowd for a long time. I kind of lost vision of what I really wanted to do in life because I was around those like wrong people. I was, instead of like in school, I wasn't really the best at like school. I was like, I can always do the homework later or whatever, you know, it's easy. And then I would get to do it, and I convinced myself that I can do it. I'm smart enough to do it, but if I don't do it, it's not getting done. So I was like, I was fucking off. I was partying and shit. I was doing whatever. But
did you graduate?
Not college, no, but I graduated high school.
High school, though. Yeah, okay, you graduated.
Barely, though. They made me sit back in class because I skipped so many of my first hour. But
I bet your family was proud, and I mean, you had to be proud.
They didn't think I was gonna make it.
That's what I'm saying. You was at a point where you're like, oh shit, I don't even know if I'm gonna make it.
Yeah, no, for real. I mean, at the time, you know, when you're young, you don't think. I don't know. I didn't think anything that was gonna happen. I had my friends. I was happy, and then like after that, like the real world really came in quick. Like the friends that I was really around, they wouldn't have my back like that. I was trying to, you know, I was doing so much for them. I built a whole like clothing business for like my people, because I was like, oh man, I love you guys, man. Like they had this idea, and I was like, let's bring it to life. And I did a year doing it, and like the first like 2 months, I just did it on my own. And you know, they would try and take some money off of it, and I would still give it to them, which was. It was stupid of me, but I wanted to wish the best for them. You know what I mean? And when it finally came out to be like, I realized that it was like they didn't have my back, had to cut them off, and I spent all my energy on them. Like that was like, I put my whole life around them, and I was like, oh shit, now what? I was kind of alone on that aspect. And
you know, that's a lesson that I learned when I was in prison. And you know, people are always like, why are you always referring to prison? Motherfucker, I spent half my life in there, so I grew up a lot in there. I learned a lot of shit in there. You know what I'm saying? You fucking spend half your life in there. Of course you're gonna grow one way or the other, but
that's experience.
I learned the difference between circumstantial and unconditional love, bro. You know, because fuck, you know, when I went away, bro, like before I went, I was the man in the town. When I went to prison, nobody.
Right.
Damn, what happened to everybody?
Don't you know who I like?
You know, it was only my immediate family. You know what I'm saying? My brother, my mother, my father. You know what I'm saying? And the people who I, you know, just, you know, neglected more than anything, because I was so committed to the gang and the streets and the drugs and everything.
For
and
real.
You know, and I gave the streets and everybody all my life, my time and everything. And in the end, there was nobody there. You know what I'm saying?
Even when you came back?
My immediate family. You know, I mean, it's just, you know, when you come back, everybody's applauding, love you, happy, we missed you.
But
you know,
like, where were you though?
But it's just, I mean, it's not their fault. It's just the way of life. I'm the one that went to prison. You know what I'm saying? I separated myself from everybody because of the shit that I was doing. You know what I mean? But still it teaches you about circumstantial and unconditional love.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? And people will use you, up to the point where, as far as they need you. You know what I mean?
Definitely.
And circumstantial, that even in prison, I had a lot of, built a lot of relationships in there with brothers and shit, but we're all in the same boat.
Yeah,
You know what I'm saying? So it's to our benefit to just build and bond, but it's circumstantial. But my mother, who has been relentless, my father, rest in peace, who was there, my brothers, like, those, I had, a few good family and friends who contributed over the years, to my well-being, bro. Like, that's that unconditional love that I seek. You know what I'm saying? That I love. I love to have.
Yeah.
For better or for worse.
Yeah, it's hard to like. Sometimes some friendships, some relationships, it's because you see them every day in like a certain setting. You know what I mean? At work, I'm like, I see all these people every day. Like when I first started working, I was like, oh man, these are my best friends for all life. It's like I see you, I clock out by. You know what I mean? It's not this. It's lessons that I didn't get. I never learned or like was taught. I guess I don't know. It was
learning it now. Ain't we?
Yeah, definitely. But
So, you got siblings?
I have an older brother. He was in the Army. He's his name is John, and he's I didn't get to see much of him when I was growing up because my mother married twice. There was another guy named Jose, and got divorced from him, and then he married my dad, and then she had John to Jose, and then me to my dad, and
okay. Oh, so you guys had different fathers.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah.
But it was it's a weird relationship for me because I'm not really. It's hard. Family just a weird thing for me in general. Unfortunately, since like the whole having the divorce and like trying to seeing all the stuff and just kind of isolating myself, which was a terrible thing to do. It's never a good idea to isolate yourself.
How old were you when this happened?
Oh shit! I mean, I knew they told me to my face when I was like 13, and then like after that, like world turned gray after that, which is like, what are you gonna do? But like in that time, I was just sad boy loner the whole thing. But like, when it officially happened when I was 17, 18, and I just try to like, even though I knew it was coming, it was still hard. Like I don't know. Sometimes I wish like they would have done it earlier. Sometimes I'm like maybe it was for the best, but I was like running away from everything, bro. I was like fucking partying. I was selling. I was just doing all the shit, man. I was just whatever, dog. And then it was.
What were you selling? I see you ran over. Like I'm not about to incriminate myself. I was selling. And he was like, yeah.
I was partying. That's what let's just say. Let's keep it on.
No, I understand. I'm just messing with you. It's like I was selling.
No, but
I feel shit. That was how we survived, was selling shit. We sold everything.
Whatever fucking value, man.
Shit, I remember since I was young, bro. Like whenever I was like, or I wanted something, or I didn't have no money, or I was short on cash, bro, I'll fucking start a yard sale real quick.
Damn, I never thought of that. Yeah, okay.
Like I would just sell. I always had like a lot of little miscellaneous shit, clothes, shoes, And I swear, bro, I'll be like, you know what, man? Like, that was just survival skills.
Definitely.
Like, go out there and get it, bro. I'd fucking
Hustle
set
since birth,
everything
man.
up in the front yard or the backyard, every shit. And then before you know, by the end of the day, I got me a few dollars.
What do the family say? What are they just like?
They love it,
No,
My mom, she made tamales for a living, hustled that, it's just surviving by, by all means necessary.
Definitely.
Bro. Without fucking over somebody.
Yeah, no, that's the difference, right there. You know what I mean? There's a lot of people that I can't understand the humanity of people who go out scamming, bro. I don't know. I think it's hilarious because most people, some of this things just feels like it's so obvious to like my generation though. But like if people who wouldn't grow up around the internet and stuff, that's a terrible thing to happen. It's like why do that? There's so many other things you could do besides like scam. I guess it's like
I think a lot of people look at it like it's a victimless crime,
Well,
because they figure like, oh, well, eventually, once you'll sort shit out, you'll get all your shit back and all this, that, and the other. I mean, you know, it's never happened to me. I hope it never happens to me. But
Well,
I can.
yeah.
It's a huge inconvenience. You know
Yeah,
what I'm saying?
exactly.
You got to shut all your accounts down. You know, you got money missing, all that shit, bro. Like, you know, it's terrible, man. But you
Yeah.
know, when they come with them products for half price, though, you be like, yeah, dang. Come here, what you say? How much you want? I'll let you real quick, bro.
No,
I tell you, bro, it's a catch-22, bro. Damn if you're doing, damn if you don't. You know what I mean?
Most def. Oh shit. I mean, yeah, I agree. I think that it is. I just don't get like when like rappers and stuff, they like say the whole crime they're doing, or like they like tell all the details of what's happening. I'm like, what are you doing? Like, you're either gonna get caught up or like it didn't happen. I'm confused about like
Even drill music.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I'm like, drill music is telling the world what you just did.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? As if everybody
Cops
ain't
are just-
listening. Like the feds ain't like taking notes. Like, all right, you know, we'll give them a good year, 2-3 year run. You know what I'm saying? And then when we get you, we got you.
Right,
You
right.
know what I mean? So I'm like, that shit's just crazy to me, man. But you know.
Very true, very true. I mean,
But it's sad though at the same time, bro, because it's like, you know, humanity is falling to the wayside, bro. Like people literally do not care about each other anymore, man.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And you know, the work that I do a lot of outreach work, bro. You know, between what I do for DHDC and what I do for Ceasefire and shit, bro. Like,
Those really
you see
amazing
a lo-
organizations.
yeah, but we see a lot of pain, bro. You know what I mean? You see a lot of shit, man. I was with Ceasefire last week. We reported to a shooting on Gratiot and Goldburn, bro. And I mean,
think I heard about that.
the whole place is dilapidated. They were literally neighbors. They lived right next door to each. They
You
were
just
like
shooting it out the window?
They were like the only two houses standing in the fucking 2-block radius because everything else around them was burnt up, abandoned. Like, it was just sad. I said, people live here, like,
Right.
you know, and they live next to each other, and they're sitting here killing each other. You know what I'm saying? And
That's
I'm
not the
like,
mindset to have, though.
I'm like, but I mean, what mindset do you have when all you grow up around nothing but abandoned houses, fields with grass, like it looked like desolate, bro. Like everything was dilapidated. Like, how can you even dream or be inspired by anything when you wake up and go to sleep to that shit every day, bro?
No, for real.
You know what I mean? And that shit is just sad. It's heartbreaking. You know, every day, twice a day, bro. You know what I'm saying? Them guys are running to, you know, murders, you know, and so many children just being killed, bro. Left and right. It's just terrible, bro. Like,
There's no humanity
yeah,
in
we
that.
live in a bloodthirsty society, bro, and nobody cares about each other. They, you know, don't even care about themselves.
Yeah, but why are the kids, though? Why the kids got to get into it? You know, I understand.
You know, and then it's like they, you know, they don't care about going to prison. They don't care about dying, bro. Like,
'Cause
they really live in that live fast, die young shit. You know what I mean? You ain't even giving yourself a chance. I feel bad for all my homies and brothers that got killed back in the days, because I'm like, damn, they never got a chance to even grow up and reach their potential or do something different for themselves, you know?
Man, it's tough. It's tough. And especially like you saying, that's all they've seen or all they know. And even if you try and get them trying to push them towards the reform, it's hard to get, sometimes they get stuck in the ways, you know what I feel like? And I feel like that must be really frustrating for you and your teams if you see that.
Yeah, I mean, just because you see so much blood, you see so much
Yeah.
pain, bro. I mean, you know, just the other day, you know, I work Greektown. They got a call somewhere on the west side. The body was left out there. It was like 1 o'clock in the morning, and the body had been laying there since 9 o'clock at night
No
in
one's
the
seen it?
driveway. And I'm like, you know, but that is very, you know, that is very,
Shit.
you know, it's just, you know, it's a lot, you
Yeah.
know, to just, like, it's normal, you know. I mean, the coroner's got so many bodies they're picking up in the city that it's literally taking them hours to get there to pick your body up on a hot day, or, you know, it was raining, you know what I'm saying? So the body's just getting rained on, you know. It's just, it's just sad, bro. You know, but it's like we live in a third world country or something.
Yeah.
Man. You know, like death don't discriminate, murder don't discriminate, hate don't discriminate, bro. That shit kill men, women, and children.
And the news is selling fantasies too about all this shit. Everything's fine, don't worry about it. Or they'll throw the sad stuff that can connect with the audience to kind of, you know what I mean, to whatever the case may be. But like you being there on the front lines and seeing that shit, you know what's going on. You know what I mean? That's hard. That's hard. I understand what you're. Yeah, I understand a little bit more, but I think that. Do you think that because being stuck in the ways in that form, right? Do you think that putting them in better circumstances would help, or do you think they would still go back to their ways?
You know how they say, bro, you can take me out the hood, but you can't take the hood out of me. Like, I know when I was younger, I always had friends in other places.
Mm-hmm.
I was always on the road. I could go everywhere everybody else couldn't. Even with my gang affiliation, I was able to go in every other gang hood because I always knew somebody. I had, respect, and I had, good networking skills, good communication skills. So I used to try to take some of my homies from the hood and take them out to the suburbs, get them away from the hood. The first fucking thing they're thinking is, hey, let's get the fucking VCR and the TV and take them in the bedroom and I'm like, what the fuck? Like, bro, these are friends of mine. What are you talking about, bro?
No.
I brought you guys out here to have a good time and get out of the hood and shit. And first thing you guys are thinking about is robbing this shit, you know what I'm saying? Robbing the whole house and shit. I'm like, man, you guys are crazy, bro. So, I mean, bro, you have to do a whole transition of thinking, dog. You have to change everything that you was taught and reprogram and reteach yourself new ways to live, new morals, new values, new all that stuff. Until you do that, you're going to be stagnant your whole life. You're going to live in poverty and you're going to die in poverty. You know what I'm saying? And, so I'm hoping, I'm doing my part, and I know so many other people who are pouring into the community and trying to teach them, by example, through book, through music, through art, through creativity, through participation, through networking, how to live life in a healthy manner, how to start caring about yourself and caring about other people, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like, everything doesn't have to come to a fucking shooting. You know what I mean? Like that's like the number one resolution to everything is I got to kill this mom.
Well, people feel powerful with that shit. You know what I mean? I don't gotta deal. People trying to throw. No one throws hands anymore. They'll always just throw a fucking gun out now, which is. I understand want to protect yourself, but you don't gotta immediately jump to that. You know what I mean?
But it's nobody's teaching them anything different. You know what I'm saying? You got all the fathers, they either in prison or on drugs, they absent, or some of them are just working all the time and don't have time to raise your kids. Same thing with mothers, so a lot of these times, even when you got two parents who are working all the time, you got the kids at home, they're looking for shit to do, you know what I'm saying? So they're feeling abandoned, they're feeling neglected, so they're finding other people who don't give a fuck or trying to create their own family in the streets, and that just, they find people who use them, abuse them, mislead them, misguide them, misadvise them, all that type of shit. Because one thing I learned, if you don't know what to do with your life, somebody else will.
Definitely. That's a scary world we live in, man. It's a scary world we live in.
But I'd be like, I applaud the youth, though, man, because, I mean, they've broken down so many barriers, bro. Like, I know there's been so many uproars over the years, about all this historical change that's going on and, just replacing statues and tearing shit down. It's because, my generation, bro, like, we just did what we was told to do. We was just following suit. But, this generation is so rebellious. They want answers to everything. They ask questions that we was never even allowed to ask. Right. You know what I'm saying? And, they want answers. They demand answers. They demand the truth. And they're getting to the truth of things, bro. You know what I mean? And that's what I really do respect about it, because they're making literal changes in this system, bro. You know what I mean? And I really respect that, bro, because you guys... didn't wait for somebody to give you a voice. You just You know, everybody spoke loud and proud and created the voice.
Yeah, like you see the Twitter communities, like the TikTok communities, they can bring awareness to something like that, and you know that people. I feel like as a creator, I'm trying to find that spark to try and make something go viral like that. But like when it comes to like issues of like of what it could be discriminatory or just like prejudice, whatever the case may be, the internet jumps on it like that, and it can get solved or it gets awareness. Either or, you're gonna hear about it somehow. I don't know what is the connection, what causes that, but it's all thanks to the internet that we have today. Like we're doing this. This is crazy. You informing people about what's going on in the community and stuff. You know what I mean?
Definitely. I just you know, I've learned so much, you know, since I've been home. In the 3 years that I've been home, you know, I figured my best way to be able to reintegrate back into society was to just learn from others. You know what I mean? And, you know, I immediately got a job being a youth mentor. So I was working with younger people, you know what I mean? But they are the future, and everything that's happening today is because of them. You know what I'm saying? And for things to change in the future, it's going to be because of them as well. So I'm learning from, you know, all of them. And, you know, I support them. And, you know, I love, you know, what Southwest looks like today, bro. There's so much talent, so many creatives. When I went to the last Southwest Fest, I thought it was one of the most amazing events that I ever went to, because, you know, me growing up in Southwest, bro, anytime there was any kind of event, somebody was getting shot, stabbed, it was fighting, it was gang shit, like, it was to be expected. Like, the reason we don't have festivals and shit anymore at Hart Plaza and Holy Redeemer and everywhere else is because we ain't know how to act. You know what I'm saying? We used to fuck it all up. And slowly but surely, we're starting to get these things back because our community is starting to come together and look at a higher purpose. You know what I mean?
Absolutely.
And you know, and I really respect that, man. But you know, there's still just a lot of work that needs to be done, bro. You know, and I'm just, you know, I try to be an example to try to change the mindset so we can save our future, man. Because we out here killing each other like crazy, bro. It's wild, man.
Or the wildest things too.
Yeah. So let's talk about your music career, man, and everything you got going on with that. Like who motivated you, who inspired you, what artists did you listen to, like how did you take that road, you know what I'm saying, to where you're at today with it?
Definitely when I was growing up, my mom played a lot of Juanes, a lot of like Sandro, and just a lot of classics as well. My dad played a lot of Motown and stuff. I've always been connected with like Motown. I live right by Motown Museum too. It's like right down the street, and it's
Hitsville?
Yeah, Hitsville.
That's dope. Yeah, that's dope, bro.
But it's it's always been something that I've wanted to recreate, and I've wanted to try and like bring to a modern status of like still being like a little that funk, that groove, that soul, but still like having the modern sounds that really captures the like the youth now, what's popping now, progressive, whatever the case may be. But after that, I kind of slowly started going into the rap scene. I started listening to a lot of Kendrick Lamar, a lot of J. Cole, a lot of like the conscious, like soulful, like rappers and stuff. And I'm a huge R&B head. I love all the love songs, man. I just, if I could, I'd make a whole. I work with all of them and just make so much soul music if I could. But
man, do it, bro. Do it. Not if you could, you can. If it's in your heart, baby, it's in your soul.
Absolutely.
You know what I mean?
It's my first year in music, you know what I mean? I'm still got a long way to go, but it's nice to be making the momentum that I'm making. I'm grateful to be busy, grateful to be doing community work, grateful to be doing features. I'm trying to just keep building up my community and just keep rising up so we can all, you know, eat. It's a new age where you gotta. To blow up now, you gotta learn an algorithm on an app. You're treating like Instagram or TikTok like it's a damn person or something. Like, oh, TikTok don't like that or Instagram likes that. You know what I mean? It's like the most.
That's crazy.
I see it all over my feed and stuff. I try and do it. I get a little blessed sometimes, but like it's a long way to go before I feel like I'm gonna I want to get to the place where I want to be. I should say.
How old are you?
How old do you think I am?
You look like you about 27.
Damn, for real?
Yeah.
24. Dad, remember my age? I was like, wait a second.
Exactly.
Shit, I forgot my age after 21. I was like, damn, wait a second. You know what I mean?
It's the beard and everything.
Yeah,
you
definitely.
know, makes you look more grizzly. You know what I mean?
When I was
So,
18, I had the beard when I was 18. People thought I was 23. I could get into bars without having to worry about
yeah,
anything. Definitely. But,
Yeah.
you know,
what kind of work do you do?
I work in an autism clinic I try and develop programs for kids with autism to try and integrate them into kindergarten and stuff. So it's
So you're working with children.
yeah, no, it's a new experience for me, and I'd never done it before. I never really saw myself as a father, honestly, and it's kind of trying to bring a side of patience out of me. So I don't know, it's different. I want to move towards, you know, trying to do psychology research and kind of like trying to figure out ways to people to get more connected with themselves. I want the end goal would be music therapy if it's possible, but I gotta go back to school for that, and that's gonna be a minute. But
I'll tell you what, man. Shout out to everybody who go to school, to go to college,
no, for real.
because that college work is very, very consuming, bro.
Yeah.
I tried one semester when I got out. Bro, it was the hardest shit ever. Like I mean, for me it was hard, you know what I'm saying? I know some people it's just
I don't know
bro.
how.
But to me, I was like, oh my God, I felt so overwhelmed, bro. I had 3-4 classes a week I had to be to, and every class I had to study, I had to do research, and then I didn't know how to use no laptop. I had no technology skills whatsoever. So I was just like, oh man, but you know, even for those who know what they're doing, it's still a lot of work, bro. You know what I'm saying? So shout out to all y'all, man. Keep your head up.
Keep
man.
pushing for those dreams, man.
Hell
Whatever you're
yeah.
trying
I
to
say,
do.
you know what? I'm just gonna utilize my existing talents.
Definitely.
You know what I'm saying?
Well, like also it's like the question of 9 to 5 or build something of your own. You know what I mean? I think building something of your own is the way better route in my opinion.
But this is what I love about working at the DHDC, because I'm there working, and at the same time, it's a place where I can build my own too.
That's
you know what I
that's
mean?
the best way to
So
do
I'm
it. You
like,
know what I
it's
mean?
dope. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? I get to work and
Shit, I met
build-
you through the DHDC.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, for sure. That's how we got here today. That's dope.
But no, it connects a lot of people. I never thought I wasn't hip to them at first, but when I first got integrated and I saw all the work that y'all do, connecting the youth, you know, trying to show them opportunity, getting into places like up north to the cider mills and stuff, kids who had never had that opportunity before, you know, the joy that they have in their eyes, the opportunity they see that there's better for themselves, even more than the opportunities they have. You
And
know
I
what I mean?
love doing that stuff. Bro.
Yeah,
Like
it's
that,
inspiring.
That is the type of stuff that just makes life worth living, bro. You know, and there's so many people in the neighborhood who just never left the hood, never been to a pumpkin patch, never been on a hayride.
Right, exactly.
I'm like, damn, bro. Like,
They said, what's that? You know what I mean?
yeah, I'm like, let's go to a cider mill. You know, but it's good, man, because it helps enhance their creativity, their vision, their motivation.
Yeah.
You know, see different parts of life. You know what I'm saying? Just see life from different angles. You know, that's that impoverished mentality, man. Like I was talking about, that shit's killing our people, killing our community. You know, killing humanity at the end of the day, because you know God's first commandment was to be fruitful and multiply. You know,
I didn't know that. That's what's up.
yeah, no doubt. But listen, you gonna perform for us, right?
Absolutely.
What's the name of the song you performing for us?
I have a song that's just coming out. It's coming out in the first week of September called Lost, parentheses, Leave Me Alone. It's some like dark pop kind of stuff. And, you know, I'm just experimenting 'cause I've never been in the lane before. And I also got a song with Aztec Nando called Deja Vu that he had me featured in, and that just dropped recently.
Damn, for real?
Yes,
Shit,
sir.
y'all should play both of them.
Okay. I mean, I'm down if you
What
guys are
about
down.
Brian? Can they play both of them?
Sure, Mike.
Yeah, I'm down. Yeah, we can do it. Nando, you down for it?
Hell yeah.
All
All
right.
right, well, give us a minute and we gonna make it happen,
I'll
Cap.
see y'all in a second.
You either die the hero or see yourself become the villain. Seen too many dark nights and like the way you're living. It got me livid, the plot is vivid in the blast conditions. It's like you hopeless at the bar, get a shot to give it. Neighbors not complicit, I can't blame them though. Remember as a youngin', I rep Detroit on my favorite coat. For around the hood, the kind that was only made for snow. Man's caught me slipping, he tripping over a radio. I was running track with the homies, I didn't know what to say because I thought he was joking. Behind his back he held a gauge, he decided to show me. In the midst of broad day, all out in the open. I was only 13, but it's relevant to today. Put a price on life, but negligent in their ways. Forget a slippery slope, it's a precipice that you face. And the president set the precedent, evident by your faith. For that green, living in that fairy tale American dream. Kill it when you walking with a gangster lean. Even though you know they go they all, it seems. What you mean, what you doing for that cream? Living in that fairy tale American dream. Kill it when you walking with that gangster lean. We in between those kings and queens. In the city of schemes.
In the city they scheme.
I can still remember Kwame, only thing that he taught me. City government's busted, causing a kamikaze. Crime waves like tsunamis, they say they serving that white. Chopping bricks like karate. What? What's the prices for your vices? The sacrifices that you lie with every night. And sold your soul to that rock, you Jimi Hendrix when your life ends. If you ask me, man, I couldn't do it. Unity and community barely move as a unit. Unless you talking in decimals, everybody will tune in. I never moved to that music, you never see me approve it. So sorry if I'm not to that standard, I'm goody two shoes. Pay expenses at someone's expense. Some families fiends, so how are they making they rent? Placing a bet for the rush of some luck, but it was something more like Russian roulette, and it got me upset. Living in that fairy tale American dream. Kill it when you walking with that gangster lean. Even though you know they go they all, it seems. What you mean, what you doing for that cream? Living in that fairy tale American dream. Kill it when you walking with that gangster lean. We in between those kings and queens. In the city of schemes.
In the city they scheme.
Look, starting near the end of the 9-6. Born into the night, I've been considered an owl since. Gotta spread my wings to stay fly for this outlet. Searching for that power, put a shock to your conscience. So watch for the caution, I ought to be honest for context. It's the rap Richie Valens. I'm pulling on these strings and then I hit you with a ballad. But I'm careful with the flow because I know we need a balance. No TJ laughing, but I'm here to bring the challenge. I came up where there's lions and tigers. Bear witness to these paws when I'm lying to strike here. Never
Yo, what's up, everybody? As I promised you guys, a dope performance by my man TommyPapi. By the way, hold on, bro. Before you get on here, how did you get the name TommyPapi? Because your name ain't even Tommy. And I know motherfuckers ain't trying to call you no Papi. So where did that come from, bro?
I got the name because I was wearing I was trying to wear a lot of Tommy Hilfiger to impress the ladies and shit. And then they tried to, you know what I mean? And I got that shit wholesale, whatever the fuck I got it from. But like, you know, they would call me Papi, TommyPapi. So I just kind of rolled with it, and that became my stage name.
My man. You know how we do it here at the El Nino podcast. We got TommyPapi performing one of his hottest tracks, man. Stay tuned.
This song's coming out in the first week of September. I'm really excited for y'all to hear this. Getting the first look on El Nino podcast.
Hey Karma.
Whoa, whoa, whoa. It's you and me. We're all alone. Abyss is calling every step we take towards home. Why won't you leave? Give back my soul. You know exactly what you're doing. Don't act lost. Leave me alone. Leave me alone. Leave me alone. Leave me alone. Leave me alone.
Hey Karma.
It's a massacre when we walk inside the building. Bunch of screaming, yelling, yeah, I knew you'd do this. I'ma take some space, let's just walk away. I'ma walk away. Why you do this to me? Night after night, reassuring your dreams. Still you look at me like I'm trying to scheme. Just to stay with you is to lose the truth. Now I don't know if I want you anymore, but every time I sit you down, those pretty eyes start asking me, take me to town. Take me to town. Leave me alone. Take me to town. Leave me alone. My name is TommyPapi. We got another song for you coming up. Thank you once again to El Nino podcast for having me, man. Such a wonderful experience. Shout out to Lottie over there, man. And this one is called Deja Vu. Aztec Nando featuring me.
Tommy, thank you for having me. Eladio, Ryan, Legal Aliens, for everyday people, every day, all day.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? This one's for the ladies.
TommyPapi.
Whether you
Hey.
with one or you thinking about one. You know what I'm saying?
Aztec. Reminiscing. Hey,
Hey,
you remember?
remember?
Look. Deja vu through the times I'm missing you. It was never enough, but shit I shoulda knew. Win or lose, I've abused your soul and groove like a fluke. It wasn't really supposed to continue. What a fool, it wasn't my time to get to you. Learning grew, but still couldn't get away from you. What's the use when everything we said wasn't true? And all these false accusations of me deflecting you. Or what to do, you idolized the bitch in you. You made me hate you so bad, like waking up for school. Used to dream about that ass and how I wrote it too. Had your legs behind your head like, girl, I'm proud of you. And I will pound away, I had a tongue for you. And if I ever take a break, I had my tongue in you. I know you missed the way I made you comfortable, but nothing was the same and anything is possible.
If you were so comfortable, why didn't you say I got some sweatpants or some club fish for you? What you need, babe? I wanna love someone for the rest of my days, but every time I try someone new, I just see you in gray. Your nectar's so infectious, keep coming back for seconds. These back and forths with you have really been my muse for music. Commitment overbearing, I think I need a moment. Is this the lust that got me like this? Am I weak for caring? Deeper, deeper, deeper. Got me falling through. I think my consciousness has been misunderstood by you. How did I go from on the mattresses to on the floor? To gritting teeth from sex to late night cigarettes on porch. How did I? How did I back someone as thoughtful and as kind as you? How did I mess it up and tell me what to use as glue? I've broken every mirror, I guess it's time to face it. I need you, baby, need you right now. I want you in my life forever, it's true. You get deja vu, I'm saying. If you were so comfortable, why didn't you stay? I got some sweatpants or some clubfish for you, what you need, babe. I wanna love someone for the rest of my days, but every time I try someone new, I just see you in gray. My name is TommyPapi, TommyPapi.
Yeah, let them know where they can find you, bro.
Most def. My name is TommyPapi.music on Instagram, TommyPapi.music. Shout out to El Niño podcast. Shout out to Legal Aliens podcast, man. Thank you to everyone having me here, man. I love you all. Check out this shirt from Nando right here too, man. Hashtag Nando got that shit straight from Mexico, man. That shit crazy. I ain't gonna say that one.
Hey, man, thank you for the performance. Thanks to Brian and Legal Aliens podcast, my engineer. Thanks to Nando, all the brothers that came through, showed love. I love when my guests come through bearing gifts, man. Much love to y'all boys, man. You stay up. We'll see you next Monday.